Hello, Argus team. In this next video, we are going to cover just editing text on one of these pages. So in the first video, we covered this who we are, and these are all controlled by a post type called staff for all of these little pop-ups here on the who we are page. To control this text here, this text in the banner, um, the text on the page, this banner down here, those are what we're going to be covering in this video. So let's go to a page with these guys on them, these cards that we've got on here. So you can see when we're logged in, we get this taskbar up here. Don't be concerned, this black bar is only visible to admins who are logged in. It does make it real easy to just instantly get access to the page that you want to work on. The other way, of course, is I like to have a tab open for the back end and the front end. But if you come right back here on your menu to this Pages option, and you will see all of the pages on the website listed out. So in this case, we're on Who We Serve. So we would come right here and click on Who We Serve. Or of course, like I was just saying, from the front end, you could click right here on this edit page and it would take you to this exact same spot. So you can see on the page, we've got this, what we call a slider revolution item here at the top. We've got this block of text here, right here. And then we've got this item right here that is called CTA card for these cards right down here. So I'm going to show us how to edit at least two of these. For these banners at the top, I'm going to show you basically how they work. I don't know that that's something that you're going to want to do. It's a little bit complicated, but I'll show you the basics of it. And you can decide for yourself whether you want to manage that or hand those edits off to us. So the first and easiest item, as you can probably guess, is this block right here in the middle, this text right here. And that is showing up just as text. So you can see as we hover over each one of these things, we get a little green bar to be able to move those things around or to edit them, duplicate them, or delete them. So the X is to delete, this is to duplicate it, this is to edit it, and then this one is to move it around if you wanted to drag that into a different block. So to edit this text, we come right here, we click on this pencil icon, and up comes an interface that is very much like the post type for the staff. So you can see there's a block of text here. It has some very Microsoft Word-like formatting options. You can do whatever you want here. If you wanted to put in a return, if you wanted to make some of this text bold, if you wanted to add a link, like I showed you in the previous one, we come right up, we highlight the text we want, come right up here and click that link option. Here on this link options gear, we would click that, and then we can either link to a page in the website, or we can link to an external website by copying and pasting the URL right in here and clicking this open link in a new tab. Typically, you only want to do this open link in new tab for non-Argus websites, so that your own website is not constantly opening in a new tab, which users are not going to find helpful or useful. See more about links, go back to that staff post type, and you can see a little more detail there about how to get that done. In any case, yeah, you can do some formatting here, whatever it is that you want. You would click Save Changes to save those changes on the page and keep editing. It doesn't go live until you hit this Update button over here on the right-hand side. So I haven't done anything too difficult to reverse. Let's just go ahead and do that and see what that looks like. So we'll hit Update, come right over here. We'll hit Refresh on this page as soon as we see this stop working. There we go. And there we can see we've got an awkward bolded statement here and a return in the middle of our paragraph. Simple enough, obviously. Let's go ahead and undo that. We'll just highlight this, we'll unfold it, we'll remove that paragraph return, and update and refresh, and we're right back to where we were. For these cards down here, this is a post type. It's going to seem maybe a little bit odd how we get this done, but it's not very difficult at all. So if we click on this CTA card, we can see that there are just 3 numbers in here, and these numbers correspond to the items that are edited elsewhere. And the nice thing about this is that if you make a change to this what we do, it appears on multiple pages, what we do, and then on the home page as well. So we don't have to try to go and edit these and make sure that the edit is exactly the same on each page. Instead, what we do is we come right here to what's called CTA cards. That's call to action, just so that helps make sense if you're not familiar with that abbreviation. So we can come right here. I'm going to go ahead and right click on that and open that in a new tab. And then we can see we've got a careers, a what we do, a who we are, a who we serve. And of course, those correspond to these items here on the front end. So for each one of these, we can click into it. And here it is. So this obviously affects this title that appears right here. This block of text called the description field is what controls this block of text right here. This CTA text is what controls the words that appear right here. Work with Argus, work with Argus. As you can see, that's formatted to appear in all caps already, so it wouldn't matter whether you how you capitalize this or whether you put it all in lowercase or whatever it might be. And then right here is the link that you want that to link to. So you could put in the full link. Sorry, one second. My controls are in the way of my own work here. There we go. So you could put in the full URL for that field. This person has opted to just put in what we call the slug, so everything that comes after the M in com. So that's this little part right here. And that controls what that text links to. And then right down here is the featured image. You can replace those featured images. You are going to want to make sure that they are cropped to a particular size. So these are at 353 wide by 150 pixels tall. We can easily grab some more stock for you and crop that for you if you want. We can do any of these edits that you want. This just makes it so that if you want an edit right now and it's easy and you feel comfortable doing it, you can make those changes. But of course, we are always available to make updates for you as well. So you can see if we click into this item right here, we have a series of numbers, and those numbers correspond to these posts right here. So if you hover over it, you can see in the lower left, I don't think it's going to show up on my screen share, post equals and then a number. I think we're going to go ahead, a developer is going to add a column here for you with the post ID so that that will show right here and you can see what each of these are. In this case, we can see that we've got who we serve, what we do, and careers right here. So who we are, what we do, and careers. Wait, who we serve, what we do, and careers. So if we wanted to put who we are in for one of those instead, wait, is that the page that we're on right here? No, this is the home page. So it's already up here, but let's say we wanted to swap one of these out for who we are. We would just come right here. We would get the post ID from the column, or in this case, I'm going to hover over it and see that it's number 123. So we could come right here. We could edit this page. And then right here within this card, we could replace one of these with number 123. So go ahead and click Save. We'll go ahead and hit Update here. And we'll refresh the page. And now we can see we've got who we are here instead. Same thing if we wanted to, I guess let's go ahead and change that back so that we don't end up with a duplicate here. So this one goes back to number 125, I think it was. Save, update, Friday. Yeah, we're back to careers being here. So again, just as mentioned was in the video earlier in this video, if we wanted to make an edit here, maybe we wanted to add integrating a recent acquisition instead of an acquisition, and this appears on multiple pages. So history. Here we go. So we can see we've got this who we serve on both the home page and on the our history page. So if we wanted to come in here and change the who we serve text, we only have to change it in one place. So if we came in here and said a recent acquisition and we hit update, it's going to update that in every place that it appears. So if we refresh the page here on the home page, we can see it now says a recent acquisition. And same thing on the Our History page. If we refresh it, it says a recent acquisition. And we can just as easily take it back to what it was before. An acquisition, update, refresh. And again, we're right back to where we were, an acquisition. We'll hit refresh here, an acquisition. So again, it makes it really easy to just have to update these items in one place rather than having to go to each individual page and update those. We've covered this text here. We've covered what we're calling here the CTA cards. We've also got on one or more of these pages this panel here at the bottom with the blue building background, a headline, a subhead, some text, and a button. It's not the same on every page. So here you can see it's a who we are call to action. On the home page, I believe it is history. So this has been saved as a template so that you can add it to pages potentially if you want to. If we came right here to this careers page, let's close out these extra tabs and we say edit page. We can see that this represents that item right here. Experienced professionals, hands-on advisors. And if we click here, we can see we've got experienced professionals, hands-on advisors. If you do want to add this to one of the pages, you can come right up here to this template button and click on it. We've got this blue building panel saved here, so you can just click it and you can see it adds that to the page. Each one of these items is editable, so if you wanted to put that on the page and change it to something else, you can just click into each one of these items and update the text, update the button, link, etc. Let's go ahead and get rid of this and we can see how that's done. So again, we just click on the edit button here. Here's our text for the headline. Here is our text for the subhead. Here is our text for just the regular body text, which we've covered a couple times at this point. And then here is the button itself. So when we click on that, as we've seen in some other places, there is both the text and there is the link. And again, you can use the entire link, or you can use what is just called the slug here, everything that appears after the .com, as has been done in this instance, who we are. So we would just click select URL. You can just click it by, select it by coming here to the list of pages and clicking on that, or you can just hand enter the URL. Again, I wouldn't suggest typing it, but rather going to the tab and copying and pasting that URL into the space. This video is already getting a little long, so I'm going to go ahead and make a separate video for these revolution slider revolution items here that appear at the top of the page. We'll go over that in brief, and we'll see whether you want to manage those on your own or hand those off to us. Thanks.